Shalom Kod Rav. I wonder if Kod Rav could teach us how to fight our evil inclination against purchasing unnecessary stuff and wasting time when doing groceries, meaning like being distracted by the large varieties of products and check our things we don't really need, especially when buying things online.
That's a very good question. So, I tell you what, if it's the worst thing a person does in wasting time just checking the grocery, maybe it's not the worst thing to do, right? If you ask me what is worth to watch the movies or the music concerts, or I don't know, checking the news, so let them check something, just waste some time if it's it's a person's addiction. Check these tomatoes and that tomatoes. I don't know, check this rice, that rice. So I would not say if it's the worst addiction, just leave it be. Right? Buying extra things that a person does not need, that's a problem. That's something like a void, of spirituality. That person, I'm not talking about anybody, right? But in general, person trying to fill this void with void craving for spirituality with something physical that it's going to not to do anything for a person. And if you see that advertisement, even I sometimes say, maybe we need that. Last thing that I saw, it was like hydroponic garden. So they put it together. It's all actually in the living room, and there is water running around. They give you all of the plants, and they, of course, on the video they give you all of the how many pounds of tomatoes in 3 months. All a crazy thing. But they present this like you need it, they were very good in psychology. So of course, how can you live with that? Like you normal. So I went to check. I said maybe it makes sense. Maybe if it costs $50, $100, maybe it makes sense. So this thing costs almost $2,000. Like you normal $2,000, and it's when they do advertisement, so don't watch advertisement, because that's again psychology. They're going to sell you anything you don't need. But for sure, that is a spiritual void that that person has, and try to fill it with something besides something physical. And how do I know that? It was one couple, and we tried to get them closer, and it did not work. And she was very sick, and he was not happy, and the child intermarried. All these different things. He went to different country. All of these problems in the world, but they were very strong not to observe Shabbos. They were very very strict in this. So I mean, they love the stories in general, the inspirational stories. But to observe themselves, not so much, right? And unfortunately, when then she was sick, but we did not know to what extent she was sick. But then she went home, and she's almost died, and eventually she died, in a matter of few days. So she died, and it's very interesting. And we went to funeral and helped with the whole funeral for all of these things, right? And after the funeral, when we went to her house, to their house, they spent so much money. They moved to this very rich Jewish neighborhood. Rich meaning they have yachts. That's how rich they are. You understand? They have personal docks and stuff like that. And but the neighborhood is Jewish, so there are many shuls, there are a few yeshivas. It's almost like an enclosed neighborhood, not too far from me, not too far. So, but they, of course, they were making a lot of good money, good living. So, and they bought the house. I said, why do we need the house? Why do we need renovation? They don't want kids, not in their 30s, in their 50s, I guess, maybe mid 50s. I don't know, plus minus, right? And they were so upset about this renovation once I came, and he said, you see, they just did the parquet and it's squeaking. And I look at my wife, I look at him. I said, so it's quick. And so like after sometimes he would not pay attention. He said, you do not understand. He started like very get excited. You do not understand. I pay so much money. And this was the house of my dream. And I look at the light. She's pale. She like almost fainted. She was holding the wall. I said, I think your wife, please go help her. You understand? Because she was going through all of the procedure, but in his mind, it's like this board is squeaking, and I walk on this board like I don't hear squeaking. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy, but I don't hear squeaking. And she died, right? And we tried to help him to right. And he said, "What should I do with her clothing? I don't need her clothing." And I say, "Look, I'll give it to me. I'm going to bring to donation. I know many poor people. I know somebody, my guy, like." Who is taking care of. I don't want to do it. I'm going to bring to him. So and you understand like there's had so many closets and this lady so many pair of shoes. He said I'm going to cut off the shoes because of this whatever this craziness that he had that you cannot wear shoes from a dead Jewish person. I heard this, but it's not. It's whatever. I think it's when it does not have a Jewish source. I think maybe it does, but whatever. So and there was so many clothing like bags. There is so many bags. I feel like two garbage bag, like black bag with full of what is it purses, and some of them had tags attached. So like very expensive. So she was trying and shoes, so many shoes. Like one lady, I don't know how many shoes. Like I was helping also taking the garbage out, maybe 4 bags of the shoes. I don't know, like because the empty life, she was trying to fill it up with shoes, with bags, with skirts, with dresses, this and that. And guess what? Did not help. She was not happy one bit. So that, that's what says Hara, like create this void, and people try to fill something like with material. Did not work, unfortunately. Okay. Well, so many things were with tags. I was like, my wife showed me. One bag was $3,000. Maybe it was on sale she bought, but it was $3,000. Your bag with tags attached. Okay, what else?
Thank you, Rabbi.
You're welcome.